time, I think President Trump realizes that the Iranian people have been very clear in their ask for support. They actually believed in his promise of help is near, hang in there. And that's a very important position to take. There's a lot at stake in terms of maintaining face vis-a-vis that expectation. But never mind my conversations with the U.S. administration, or for that matter, European politicians. The most important conversation I have is with the people of Iran. And I can tell you, from political prisoners to members of civil society to many Iranians that have been fighting the fight and have been dying on the streets, they are asking the world to intervene. We are asking for a humanitarian intervention to prevent more innocent lives being killed in the process. We need to have that support and have an equalized playing field, so we have a real chance as unarmed citizens to overcome this.
Yes, it's absolutely spot on. But this is where it gets interesting, because last night he was taking questions from the members of the media. And oh, the Crown Prince is now ready. He's ready to not just fight against the Islamic Republic, but also fight against the liberal globalists of the mainstream media. Watch this beauty.
You evoke the option of a constitutional monarchy as an option. How can it be a realistic option if you don't acknowledge what went wrong with the previous monarchy? Thank you.
Monarchy.
Are you talking about the future?
Yes.
So why are you talking about the past?
Maybe it's make a difference for people that maybe consider.
We're talking about the future. And the Iranian people are smart enough to understand that in any democratic exercise, elimination of options is not the way to go. Democracy is not about exclusion, it's about inclusion. Unless you are not in conformity with democratic principles. So as long as you are coherent with democratic principles, there are multiple options on the table. Why should we eliminate one option all of a sudden? Because if you want to go by precedents, there may be many bad monarchies as there are many bad republics. And there are also good models of republics and good models of constitutional monarchies, are they not? So if you want to compare apples to apples, great, and oranges to oranges, great. But we're not here to compare apples to oranges.
Mic drop. And that's how you do it. That is how you stand up to the mainstream media. You think this was good? He then took a question from BBC News. The moment the question was finished, listen to his initial response.
Television. I just wondered, you said your compatriots have called on you to lead this transition period, but that's obviously not the case. There are a lot of people who don't support you within Iran and outside Iran. My question is, why have you not been able to unify these people? Why is it that you're not the voice of all of the Iranian people? Why is it that Western countries are not supporting you or endorsing you as the voice of the Iranian opposition? Thank you very much.
Well, this is a very typical question I expect from the network that you represent. Look, you say it's not true. You tell me, have you heard any other names called in Iran other than mine?
There have been other people who
but
have
you
not
had your
called
chance. You asked the question.
Yeah.
I'm answering now.
Please do.
The fact is, they called my name. Is my name written on the walls there? It is me that they chose to trust to lead this movement. I'm not saying that I have 100% of people on my side. Of course I have my enemies. And there are obviously elements that do not adhere to those four core principles. You might have separatists, you might have pro-regime reformists, you might have groups like the MEK. Certainly they are not my friends. And I do not represent them. Of course I don't represent them, because they are not adhering to the principles that I described. But all those who are prescribed to the fourth principle, we are together. And among them you will find a quite diverse number of people. We have Republicans as we have monarchists. We have people on the left, on the center, on the right. We have athletes, we have artists, we have representatives of ethnic communities, religious minorities. Many of them were, in fact, in this very city in Munich when we had the last gathering a few months ago. And you will see a lot of them present, in fact, today in the demonstrations that are set for Munich that will be speaking to the crowd. And there'll be, in fact, quite a diverse array of people. If you want proof, go and check it out, and you'll see that, unlike your premise, in fact, it is quite diversified, and a lot of people are supporting, and they're supporting my leadership. Many of them understand that I'm a bridge to that destination. They support me today, even though tomorrow they may vote for their preferred system of government. And I'm not here to advocate for monarchy or a republic. As a matter of fact, I told them, as an honest broker, I'm remaining above the fray. My position is neutral towards the outcome. Let the Iranian people, by the ballot box, determine their majority wish for the ultimate system they want to have. And if we all respect the democratic process, we should also respect the ballot box and the result of that free election. That's all I'm asking for. Not just the Iranian people, but for the international community, particularly democratic society, to value. Because this is something that they have in their own countries. That's exactly what we want to have in our own country as well.
And the Western countries?
That's what I said. Free democracies, first and foremost. Because I'm not asking for an endorsement. I'm not asking for a personal endorsement. I'm asking them to support the Iranian people and back them on their right to determine their own future. As opposed to say, we are still going to side with the regime and try to appease it, which has never given the people an actual chance for true and meaningful elections. Because there's no such thing in Iran as free elections or the ballot box. It's a mockery of democracy. It's shameful to pretend that there's actual elections in Iran. Nobody, they will laugh at you if you were to suggest that to any Iranians inside Iran. Some people in the outside world may be fooled, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. At some point, it's going to blow in their face.